morning review. And we have today the Imperial Combat Driver. I said in prior videos that we'll be doing mainly minifigures, and at this point we have started the minifigures. This is issue number 12. We have passed the earlier issues, so it will be fluctuating now, as they made mini builds in between the sets, not just minifigures. But as I said prior, I mainly collect minifigures, so we'll be basically doing minifigures. But some of the sets will come with double, like the last one we reviewed. It had a double poly bag on it, minifigure and a ship. Sometimes you get a bonus of 2 minifigures. Sometimes you get a bonus of 2 ships, but I don't usually collect that. So jump on in, guys, and let's review this magazine. So it's great to have all you guys that's on. Great to see you. Thanks for jumping in. I don't know if any of you guys, since I've started this, start looking to collect these. Like I said, you will get minifigures because this Imperial Combat Driver came in a few sets. This is a limited edition. You're not going to get it in a lot of sets. And if you did get in a set, it would cost you more than the magazine. Again, back then you could win a free set, but it was very hard to get minifigures like this for the price that you would get this particular magazine. Let's check it out and see what it says. So under here, you have the figure, plus let's check what it is. So it came out on the 8th of March to April 4th, 2017, $3.99, which was a great price. Again, to get that minifigure, Disney was already in charge, so let's jump in and see what's inside. Okay, let's check it out. So we have some Nexo Knights. Again, I will be reviewing Nexo Knights also. And I was actually going through my Lego bits and pieces, and I saw this, and I wasn't sure what it is. And now I can say what it was. Did I find that around someplace close by? I can show it to you guys, because I had a set that came with. Absolutely sure. Yeah, let's move on here. I also will be doing Friends, Ninjago, Batman, DC, Avengers, Spider-Man, Minecraft, which is very hot now. And as you guys know, this year we're going to get a Minecraft advent calendar. They have not made an Avengers this year, but they're making a Minecraft. So check for that if you're a fan of that. Should be cool. Okay, so intro. It started differently from the last couple, because usually you guys know it's not another page there. Probably isn't. I'm not getting it. No, there isn't. There's usually right here either the intro of the magazine, which is the profile of the magazine, indexed, glossary if you want to call it that. But there was none there. These pages are very, very hard, so, and thick. So let's jump in. Here we go. We got, they started this one with the Rebels early. Usually they come in the second half of the magazine, as far as I've been seeing. Here we have First Order, clones setting up a blaster to shoot down the Millennium Falcon. What do you guys think about that First Order trooper? Do you think that's one of the best in that gold, not gold, silver? Let's just move this back here. In that silver, I think I got it just right here. And we can review that while we're doing this. It's not something I was planning on doing, but I figured it was right here so I can show it to you guys, but it's not. Anyway, let's move on. So he says it was him. He's stealing a part of the gun, the blaster. And let's move on. Also, the ship that's on there right now, I'm not a fan. I don't know what you guys think about the build. I'm not a fan of that ship. So they're after him. He throws the part that he stole from him back at them, jumps in the ship, and he's looking to take off. So if you look here, there's a search game. Basically, you have to find different things in the game. How many blasters can you find? How many flame throwers, lightsabers, if you can find Finn, and which minifigures should be in this scene. So let's move on. He took off, and there are 2 TIE fighters behind him. He blasted one of them from the bottom, and one of the Lego bricks is broken off. Here we go, another one's chasing him, and he's off. Seems like he got hit. And he's going down, Death Star in the background, and part of the ship crashes into the Death Star. Sorry. Star Destroyer. Death Star. Let's move on. As you guys know, that Death Star that's going to come out, it's going to be unbelievable at £1,000, $1,000. That's incredible. Can't believe it. Anyway, he crashes down, and she's after him. Over here, he's being chased by the Millennium Falcon's right man. This will be close, he says. And the TIE fighter crashes. And he says, hey, that's not fair. Even the resistance isn't fair when it comes to the First Order. And he's all stuck in some sand here. That's the end of that. I want to see what's the second second comic, because they don't usually throw in the first one as Rebels. Here we go. One of the significant puzzles. It's a maze. And here's another one down at the bottom. Too much sand. So you basically have to write in what you see here if you can figure out what's behind the sand. And another one over here. Which force is strong in you? So they want to know if the Sith, the Jedi, which one is strongest. Here we go. Here's a profile of Finn. Imperial file. So, species human, gender male, occupation stormtrooper. I've never seen them done that before. They just say affiliation, which they have at the bottom. Initially first order, later resistance. And they changed the word weaponry, blaster and lightsaber. You got two Finn here, as you guys know. They have two of them. Finn with lightsaber, Finn with blaster. And you get that signature here still in these early magazines. Imperial combat driver. The big pullout. Wow, this is nice. I like this. This is nice. Finn Trooper F2187. That's pretty nice. And there's the Imperial combat driver. Who's who? Freemaker Adventures. Information on each character right here. Heat on Mustafar. So they're sitting in the canteen. What's Roger doing back there? Remember that? Remember the real Roger? He comes with mixed pieces. You found him in a set, and you had to basically put him together because he was like a surprise in the set. I actually do have that Roger. They wired him to make him work for them. Anyway, here is a battle happening, and we see TIE fighters against X-Wings. Let's move on through. And they crash. Big repair job, you say. And here's the Roger, ready to repair. And Roger, but now the Roger that came, this tone is not the tone. It's basic tone, and then they added the different parts to it. So this is a totally different one from what I've seen before. Thanks for jumping in, guys. Great to have you on. And here we go. More action from Roger. Seems like he's gonna fall over into the lava here. I wonder what would happen later on if Roger did fall in there. Would he be able to get himself out? So let's move on. This is one of the more picturesque magazines of all the magazines I've reviewed so far. It says, I've had enough of this planet. And Roger is working really hard back there carrying stuff. They're making the best out of Roger's strength. And here we get to the end. Let's jump in and see what's happening back here. The transport. Yeah, I wasn't really too keen on the transport, but you did have some figs in there. You had Leia. You had a resistance trooper, two of them. Different, one helmet can open up. So that was something different. Had Admiral on there too. And a basic glossary. 4 minifigs it can carry. Ship dimensions, 8 centimeters high, 33 centimeters wide, 20 centimeters deep. Price, $60. Pieces, 646 pieces. Let's move on inside. And as I said, I will be doing Batman magazine reviews, superheroes. But this particular one is sort of like a hardcover. It comes with a little round disc where you get the minifigure as opposed to a poly bag like that. I collect a couple of those, but again, I wasn't really into that. It's different compared to this one. So they did it in Star Wars also, but I did collect again. I will collect the first one. So I do have the first one of DC, the one of so because I do collect the first issue of stuff like that. So here's the ship that you could have won. So Rebel U-Wing fighter. So it look like the Mandalorian ship, doesn't it? And any one of these other two, you could have also won. K2SO or Jin. And back here, the next toy was the TIE Advance, plus 2 great comics. And you got your answers to all your questions over here. Now, this mini build looked pretty cool. But that was for the Freemakers Adventures. Looks pretty cool though. So it's a cutout for you. And then in the back, so that's the early morning review, guys. Again, jump in, set your notifications, and join in with the great Lego Star Wars early morning magazine review. Thanks for jumping in. May the Force be with you.